Well, hello there. Hi, everybody. Hi there. If you're there, do me a favor and type something in the chat so I can see if you're there. Because last week that was being all funky monkey. So I think there might be some funky monkiness here again today, too. Not sure. Hello. Hi, everybody. Was last week a weird week or what? It was a real, hey, Alex. Great to see you. Last week was such a weird week energetically. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of um sort of nostalgia, but not necessarily nostalgia. It was just like a lot of my patterns came up in the area of romance. And there was like things from my past that showed up, which I had actually had a reprieve from for a while. So it kind of like came at me from like out of nowhere, and it just really shooketh me. Hey, sunflower. And it totally triggered me, and it triggered my FOMO. I have FOMO. Hey, Jennifer, nice to see you. So, hey, Eureka, you made it all the way from Japan. Welcome, welcome. So I don't know if anybody else experienced that as well, but yeah, that was really uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Let's see, maybe I'll see if I can put my little light. Let's see if this helps. Oh, that does. It helps a bit. Not much. The lighting is a little bit weird today. Hey, Nicole, nice to see you. So yeah, sunflower. I've had random memories pop into my head. Yeah, it was really unpleasant. So if anybody was feeling that same way like I was, you have my sympathy because it kind of sort of sucked. It sucked a lot. It sucked a lot. But I'm finally finding alleviation in it. And hopefully you guys are too. So, what's new? What's going on? The chat seems to be working today, which is great news, but it is a little slow. I'm just fixing the little lighting here. So how's it going, you guys? What's new? What's shaking? What's crack-a-lackin'? Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? Can't even remember anymore. I think it's Wednesday. It better be Wednesday. It's got to be Wednesdays. I do these lives Wednesday. I'm a little out of it. Time distortion is real. I've been working a lot and I'm so grateful for it, but it puts me in like this like state of like not really knowing what time it is or what day it is. So, yes, yes. Wednesday on my end. Yeah. So Eureka, since you're in Japan, is it Thursday? Is it like Thursday night by you? I don't know. Alex asks, how does an extreme introvert fit in the world? Oh God. Um, she says, I always feel out of place, alien like when I interact with the world. Yeah, I mean, it's a legit feeling. Okay, so sometimes y- see, it's such a good question. Like I can't it's hard for me to like kind of answer. It's not hard for me to answer, it's just hard for me to answer it in a way that people might understand. So let me do this. An extreme introvert, that's in the physical realm, in the material realm, that's how it's going to show up. Soul wise, it just could be that and I don't know for sure. So when take this with a grain of salt. I'm a mere mortal. I don't know everything. But it could be that your soul is so evolved um that there are so many lessons that are already learned that there could be that disconnection in terms of relationship. So like everything is relationship in terms of taking on an earth suit. So obviously in this now moment, you're a human being, right? So, hey Susan, nice to see you. Yeah, Eureka, it's Thursday, 4:04 a.m. by you. Yes, and I do see you, Sunflower. I do see you. Yeah, the full moon made you feel some type of way. Yeah, freaking full moon got me too. It was my natal moon, moon in Libra. So at the time it crested, then it went void of course, and then into Scorpio, if I remember. But going back to Alex about feeling, fitting in the world, I mean, it just could be that maybe that is the lesson, the karma for how you're supposed to be in this world. So, how would you fit in? I would say not to put importance on the fact that you don't feel like you fit in. In other words, make it okay that you don't feel like you fit in, because the more you make it feel like it's not okay that you're not fitting in, the more separated from the divine you are, because you're literally separating yourself, right? So that's the whole thing, is like when we feel complete and we feel whole, it's because there's no separation between us and the divine, us and other people. So feeling out of place is a sign of separation. So I would do some reconnection to the divine, to God, to your higher power, whoever you speak to, your spirit team, your spirit guides. And you don't have to know the specifics. This is where like I piss off a lot of other people in this realm or in this world, is like you don't have to know what spirit guide directs what part of your life. Like they all know what they're doing. All the spiritual masters, the teachers, your loved ones, they all know like what their job is and how they contribute to your path. You know, we are the ones that are egotistical enough to want to know who's in charge of this and who's in charge of that. But it doesn't really matter because they all work together as a team, anyways. Like they don't have the ego that we have. So they kind of don't care. So that's why I'm always saying, like, don't separate, right? Don't make things individualized in that way and separate, because that's more of an egotistical thing. Just be like, I've got a spirit team, call them, you know, Team Alex, right? And embrace them and talk to them as one. But I would say, first of all, that it's okay for you to feel different, and it's okay for you to feel like you don't want to interact with the world. Like accept it, embrace it, and just go, okay, that's the way I feel, and the way I feel is valid. And not or, but and I'm going to see if I can find some sort of connection, whether it's to myself or the divine, and see if I don't feel better in that way in which I can participate. Okay, so there's interaction and then there's participation, right? And also just know that it's okay. Sometimes you just need a break. Sunflower wants to know, can we pay for a question today? Sure, you can super chat me and then I'll go ahead and yeah, no, not a problem. Um, so it's it's okay. Like you don't have to make yourself wrong because you're not like other people, or your perception of other people. That's the other thing, is you might be perceiving things a certain way, right? So there's really it's okay, but you still do have to show up in the world, right, Alex? Like you still have to show up. And if there's something that you're working for or you want to do, you have to do follow through and take action, right? So, an extreme introvert can be just as I see you, Susan. Thank you for the super chat. Where's your question? I need you to. You just gave me money, which I'm happy to take, but I'd love to see your question, Susan, and then I can help you out. and then we can see how that all goes. But yeah, I mean, it's okay to not feel that way, right? Okay. Hope that helps. Arzu, hey, 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 Terry. Hey, Arzu. So amazing to see you active here again. So happy. Oh, well, that's great. I'm wonderful. Sometimes you need a break. I've had some like I see you, Susan. Major life changes, and we just got to go with the flow, and then we just get back. We course correct, right? So Susan says, I had a dream of seeing 888s and also see them in real life. Can you please explain the meaning and the energy? I definitely look forward to Wednesdays. Okay, so Susan, is that your super chat question? I guess that's your super chat question. I had a dream of seeing 888s and also see them in real life. Can you explain the meaning and the energy? Um, okay, great. Thanks for confirming that, Susan. Okay, so numerologically, that's such a hard word for me to say. Numerologically, an eight represents infinity. If you were to turn it sideways, it's the infinity sign. Yes. And it's a sign of abundance. Okay, now abundance can show up in every area of your life, right? So if you are in alignment in the energetic frequency of abundance, you might be seeing those signs of abundance. So when you have 888, I'll show you a little trick, or I'll teach you a little trick of what I do. I see you, sunflower seeds, sunflower fields. Sorry, I'll be right there. So with when you see 888s or an amplification or more than one eight, it can be that like that's you are in alignment with abundance. So then it's going to be very, very, very important for you to make sure that you focus and you put your attention and awareness on positive things that you want abundance for, right? Which is why you probably want to start doing or taking note of. If you're not going to do a gratitude list, you want to take note of things that have happened that made you feel wonderful and have expanded your heart center, right? So start looking for you can capitalize on that by noticing and really pointing out the positive things, right? Because we live in a world of duality. There's two sides that we can look at things, right? So since you're in this energy of abundance, it could be abundance of positive or an abundance of negative, abundance of good feelings or abundance of bad feelings. So I would say that it would be really, really good for you to focus on the great things that happen in your life. So that's how I would interpret all of that. Now, here's a little fun trick that I do just to kind of bring in more abundant energies. When I'm driving, whenever I see an eight in a license plate, I always say there's abundance all around me and I get abundant. It's just a little mind trick that I play, and it's just sort of like this affirmation. Sometimes I will see three eights in one license plate, and it's like, whoa. And then I'm like, I'm super abundant right now. Okay. So that's something that you can do since right now you're in that energy. Okay. All right. Sunflower seeds. Thank you for the super chat, Susan. I hope that helped. And sunflower, let me get to your question. I've been recovering, and my lingering symptom now is fatigue, and want to know if that will continue to improve. It's gotten better, it's just been slow. So, what I do want to say is, I'm not a medical doctor, so I'm not going to make a medical diagnosis. But what I do feel is that if you're not, yeah, okay, you need to be getting more oxygen into your body, they're saying. So here's where the challenge for you is going to be, sunflower, because you're going to have to push yourself a bit into a bit of discomfort because you have to go beyond the resistance that you have, right? So they're taught, so in order for you to bring more oxygen into your brain, it usually means you have to, be breathing at like a faster, heavier pace, right? So what's the best way to do that is to get your heart beating fast, right? So I'm not sure what kind of recovery you're in. But if you can start doing some sort of physical activity, they're saying, even if it's just a walk. So if you have been walking as part of your recovery, maybe like 10 minutes, do like an extra 5 minutes, right? If you're able to run, maybe run for 5 minutes. So the thing is what's going to happen is what they're saying is that the oxygen has to, you've been walking every day. Excellent. So what I'm going to say, Sunflower, is up it, but not too much because you're still trying. You don't want to overdo the body, but what you do need to do is you have to get past that resistance of fatigue. You have to balance, you have to bring more energy to your body in a healthy way so that it moves nicely. And a lot of that, or a lot of times, that does mean bringing more oxygen to the brain. So if you're walking every day, maybe if you're going to do the same amount of time, let's say, walk faster, okay? Or tack on like another 5 minutes. Okay, because it is about getting the heart beating faster so you're breathing more, taking more oxygen in. Okay? So there you go. I hope that helps. Jennifer, thank you for the super chat, Jennifer. I'm searching for a new job and wondering what lays ahead of me for my job search. Okay. Let me tap into this really quick, Jennifer. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of delay. You know what? I'm just going to say it because I don't sugarcoat. I don't BS. I just say it. It feels to me like you're coming from a place of desperation, like you want this so bad. Maybe desperation's not the word. Maybe it's like I want it so much. The problem is that you're drawing in, or you could be drawing in or magnetizing or materializing positions that are just not right for you. Hi Visma. So the thing is that if it's not right for you, but you are really wanting that. Yeah, Susan's saying law of repulsion. Kind of sorta, Susan. So when you want someone, yeah, okay, that wasn't a mistake. That's for somebody here. When you want something really bad, you activate law of repulsion and you end up pushing it away. But with your case, I feel like you will be or have been attracting or drawing in positions that are just not right for you. So my fear for you, I shouldn't say fear, my concern, no. There's a potential and a possibility that you may choose the wrong position out of this desire or need to like make sure I just get employed versus seeing if this is the right match of a job. So it could, the example could be dating. Like, am I just dating anybody, or am I going to really date because I want to be in a relationship, right? So it's like casual dating versus like really focused dating, right? For something serious. So Jennifer, I do fear that there could be delays in you getting the actual job you want if you're not coming from an aligned place. I would say get into alignment first, balance your energy, find joy, find peace, all that, and then start looking for a job versus just scrambling around hoping something comes to you. Okay. So, what lays ahead for you on your job search? I feel like delays, at least like it's slow in terms of finding that right position, which could mean you pick the wrong position just because you just want to get a paycheck. The frequencies of Earth and humanity are not like that anymore. Okay, so it's not about the ego anymore. It's about what's actually a good match, not I need to make money. So, Jennifer, that's the way I would come from, get yourself really aligned, okay? All right, so let me scroll back here. You're welcome, Susan. Um Sunflower, so I have to feel crummy for a while. Well, I mean, yeah, because your physical body is recovering. Yeah. I mean, the physical body is lower energetic frequencies, which just means that the energy waves move slower and it takes time for healing. So, yeah, but just like I was explaining to, I can't remember who earlier, but just accept it. It is what it is. The more you resist it, the more you fight it, the more you want it to be something different than it is, the longer it's going to take. Okay. But they're saying get more oxygen into your brain so you will get over the fatigue faster because you were specifically asking about fatigue. Okay. Um, Lori. Oh, Alex. Okay, Alex is just piggybacking. She's saying that makes sense. Alex is humans. Yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome, Lori. Lori Jerome asks sometimes or says, when I meet new people, it's so overwhelming because I can feel when they aren't a good person, but then no one else can relate. Yeah, I mean it's real. It's legit. Yeah, it's a matter just of learning how to filter out other people's, energy. Is it an easy thing to do? No. Can it be done? Absolutely. With practice and with time. You see, that's the thing about time. People don't understand that we live in a space time continuum, which means it's going to take time to get from point A to point B, right? Because there's a space between people. That's how it works. Or between things, right? That's that space. And it takes time to get from here to here. And people think, oh, manifestation and all this, it'll just go shoot. No, but it doesn't work like that. It's unfortunate. You're welcome, Jennifer. Eureka. I was worrying about getting a job, but when I let go of the attached, I got the best job ever. And they just kind of came to me. Yeah, I mean, that's how it works with everything. My goodness. Susan asks, how does one figure out which psychic ability they're most in tune with? Not sure if this is a super chat question since it's a general one. No, that's fine, Susan. That's an okay question. I see you, Hannah. I'll be right there. Um, well, I mean, it's over practice. It's time. You figure it out. You got to do some exercises, and it's like how do you resonate and how do you collect that information over and over and over? Are you hearing things? Are you feeling things? That's how it goes. Okay, so Hannah has a super chat here. I have dealt with life changes in the past 2 years, especially relationship related, and I have been seeing ones and fours as a crazy amount. What is the meaning? Ones are beginnings, and fours typically mean manifestation. So, you know, it's almost like if I were to just, based on what you wrote, if I'm going to feel into that, I would say like these last 2 years of changes needed to happen to like clear yourself out to start at the beginning again, to now start being on the right path towards manifesting whatever it is that you're working towards or wanting. So just take on the identity of the person, of the Hannah, who would want to, be or have whatever it is that she was or, wants, right? So, okay. So I would say you're in on the road by clearing out a lot of like that residual schmutzy, dirty energy through evolution. In the past 2 years in relationship, you're on your way towards a new beginning of a relationship that's about to come to fruition. When divine timing, divine order, all the things. Okay. You're welcome, Lori. You're welcome. Okay, let's see here. Let me scroll back. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, Susan, words of affirmation. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what it's sometimes it's just a mind game. I play it all the time, especially when I'm like in sort of some sort of self-doubt, when it's like I know I've got this looming bill that needs to be paid and I'm like, can I make it? Can I not make it? I just start reaffirming I'm abundant. There's abundance all around me anytime I see eights. Okay, you guys can use that. Why not use that? Cool. I also think today I'm going to end up being a little bit shorter because I do have a reading I got to get to. So I may have time to take one more question. If it's a sunflower, if it's you're welcome, Hannah. If it's a general question, sunflower, sure. If not, it's a super chat where I have to like zoom in and hone in onto your specific energy. So I will leave that up to you. Let's see here. Doo-doo-doo. You guys, there's one thing, it's like there's all these laws that the universe has, right? So there's a cool one called the law of assumption. And again, this goes with like the duality of like both ends of the stick, right? So law of assumption is, are you going to assume that it's yours, or are you going to assume that it's not yours, and where are you going to place your attention, your awareness, and your focus? On the lack of it, or on the excitement of the percolation of it? So today I caught myself going, well, I haven't heard from so and so. Hey Susan, I see you. Just one second. I haven't heard from so and so. You know, he doesn't like me. He doesn't blah, 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 all the stories that we tell ourselves. And then I was like, I had to stop myself and go, which end of the stick am I putting more of my focus and attention and awareness on? And then I was like, no, 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 we're going to switch. So yeah, it took effort. It took awareness and then effort to start going, but isn't it exciting, or wouldn't it be exciting if da 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 da? So you got to change your focus and awareness. Just remember two ends of the stick, right? Susan, my husband Ryan's question. Okay, hi Ryan. My husband has a good, steady federal job with the government, but he'd like to know if he's going to find another source of passive income. There is something for him. Hold on. But it feels like it's a secondary stream. So it's not a whole new job. That's what it feels like to me. I feel like he can guide, teach, or mentor. Even if it's just like a baseball coach. That sounds kind of silly. It doesn't feel like it's a major like income, again, like a huge amount, like he could leave his job. And that's the whole thing about having cuz the passive income is like it's quiet. It's like on the DL. Um and it's something about mentoring or teaching or coaching. So if it's not like baseball or something, it even could be like putting an online course together and selling that as a product. Um, so that's kind of what that feels like. But yes, I feel very good about it. I feel like it's on its way. Here's the thing is he has to start acting on it. If he has acted on it, he's stalling because there's more action and follow through that needs to be taken. Okay. I do. And it's not that he's going to find another source, because I'm noticing the way that you worded it. It's not that he's going to find another source. It feels like he's going to create. Okay. And there's a difference between finding and there's a difference between creating. Okay. He has to have a bit more confidence in himself that he can do this. Okay. You can help him along with that. All right, sunflower. Would it help my healing if I moved in with my boyfriend? He's been begging me to move in and wants to know and want to know if it would be good for me. I don't think it would hurt. You're welcome, Susan. I don't think it's gonna hurt. I feel like you may discover some annoyances. But I don't think that it doesn't feel like that's necessarily going to progress things or regress things. I think it's going to help the relationship in regards to him wanting to step into his masculinity of taking care of you. And if you could step into your femininity of allowing him to take care of you, then it might help. Okay? So it's a tiny little it's a delicate dance. I don't think I don't feel like how you're thinking it's going to help in your healing or recovering. I feel like it'll be more of relationship healing versus your physical healing. And I think it wouldn't be a bad idea, but you have to give up. And it's kind of control that you have to give up, but it's not so much control that you have to give up. It's more like you have to be able to accept help, receive. So I think it'll be really good for your relationship, but in terms of your healing I mean it could if your problem is um feminine issues, then yes, it can help. Okay. Let's see here. Susan says all guys are annoying. It's funny. Um, can you come more than once a week? Oh, you mean on the thing? I can't. I can't. I'm so sorry. You're welcome, Sunflower. Hey, Mariam. That's funny. Hold on. I have an L10 here, so someone's new. Hi, I'm Olivia. Hi, Olivia. I've been suffering with mental health and I work at a college. I just want to know if it's going to be successful or it's fame. So that's a very individual, personalized question. It's not like a general educational question. So you're more than welcome to super chat me and I can zoom in and hone in on your energy. Um, um, and then I'd be able to help you with that question. Okay. Hey, Sarah. Hey, I'm curious. How do you tap into our energies from just a YouTube comment when you can't see or hear the person versus doing a video or in person reading? It's amazing. Oh, you have the capability of doing it too. You just have to learn. It's almost think of this work, think of energy like, like a radio station. They're just frequencies that you just tune into, right? So that's all I'm doing is I'm just tuning into your frequencies. It is harder for me. The ideal situation is if I can hear your voice because my secondary, somebody asked earlier, how do you know your communication? My secondary is clairaudience. So when I can hear you, I can feel you too, which clairsentient is my first one. um it's just fine tuning. It's just everybody has this capability. It's just with time and practice, just really being able to hone in and zoom in. Now remember one thing, energy penetrates matter, right? Because matter is made of energy. So when you're even typing the question, you're using your energy to and you're expending it, so you're giving it, you're sending it, you're projecting it out, so I can pick it up that way too. It's a really great question, Sarah. um let's see here, there's some questions, and then I actually got to start closing up shop here because I have another session to go to. So Mariam, Terry, hi. Sorry, how are you? Do you do in-person readings? I'm sorry. Yes, I do in-person readings. I'm in Los Angeles, so you can come to my office. If you want me to come to you, if you're out of state, there'll be travel fees. But yes, I do in-person readings. Susan, I live in Hawaii, but go to LA all the time. Great. Come on down. You all readings, all one-on-ones are booked online through my site, terriehuberman.com. I believe I have my link tree, which has because actually, I'm going to be teaching a basic psychic class. I do want to come to Hawaii, Susan. And when I do, I'll make sure I let the folks know. But I have a psychic class coming up May 7. It will be online. I'll be teaching various things. So I'll be posting that on my link tree. Get onto my uh, what do you call it? Email list, my newsletter. I send all of that out. So I'll be doing that. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, even if it's just for fun, we'll be doing that. How much is that going to be? That class is going to be $99 US dollars. And then I do have the full moon purge coming up, the next full moon, which I believe is the 15th. That's very cleansing and clearing. And we're going to be specific around the area of removing blocks for money and prosperity. Jennifer is saying, I'd love to have one in-person reading, but I live up north. I'll figure something out. Well, I mean, I do it online too. It's still one-on-one. It's still online. That's okay. I'd be able to see your beautiful face or at least hear your beautiful voice. So, all right, you guys, I got to start heading out because I got to start preparing for my next session. But hopefully, you'll join me again next week. And right now on the socials, I'm doing a 30-day gratitude challenge. And I think today was day 7. Check out Instagram and TikTok and you can participate in that just to get your energy, kind of going. That might help you, Sunflower, also getting into that gratitude. So, start doing that. It's a 30-day thing. So, it doesn't take a lot of time at all. It's pretty um high energy and it gets everybody to place their focus and attention and awareness, even if it's for just a brief moment, into a positive space. Okay. You're welcome, Susan. Eureka. How did you know it was time to become a full time psychic and quit your other full time reading? This will be the last one. I didn't quit, I was let go. That's how I knew. I would have stayed there forever, but I got let go. So I was like, okay, it's time. And I had um, for about 3 years been doing it part time, and I had always my contract was God with God was when it was time, you'll let me know because you'll let me go. And it's a leap of faith. It's not an easy thing. Entrepreneurship, because this is still a business, it is up and down, up and down, up and down. So, it's a journey. It's a lot of trust in the divine. I'm not perfect at it. I teach a lot of stuff that I do. And there are times when being a human is hard and I don't do. So then I course correct, right? So, as much as I'd love to say I'm perfect, I'm all knowing, I'm a mere mortal. And though we're all spiritual beings having a human experience, sometimes the human experience sucks. So, we just course correct, get back on, and we just keep moving. All right. So, I'll see you guys next week. And feel free to follow me on all the socials if you want. And there's an upcoming psychic class, upcoming healing and cleansing for the full moon, which is all about releasing and letting go. And that's going to be blocks on prosperity and money. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You know what I'm always saying, stay connected, right? So stay connected to the divine, stay connected to you, stay connected to me. See you guys on the flip side. Bye.